This morning, the Helpline Center's 13th annual Step Forward to Prevent Suicide event and the Sioux Falls Pride Parade drew crowds in downtown Sioux Falls. While the events had many differences, at the core of both gatherings was letting people know that they are seen and loved. Helpline Center CEO Janet Kidham says that it's important to raise awareness for mental health of those in the LGBTQ community because they are 4 times more likely to be at risk of suicide.
Our events have always been on the same Saturday, which is just actually works out really well. We actually have a booth over at the Pride Festival. It's so important and also rewarding to make sure that we can be there when a person's in their darkest moments or when they're struggling, and to let them know that somebody cares and we want to listen, we want to support, and we want to help.
When it comes to mental health, we don't have enough spaces to be who we really are, and it just gives you that sense of community that you belong somewhere and you have a space to feel like I am welcomed here, I'm safe here, I can be myself here.
The Helpline Center remembered loved ones lost to suicide in a ceremony and walked along the river.